Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, honestly, you picked one of the best days to show up, because today we are diving into something that I have been genuinely excited about for a long time. Cadillac. Yes, that Cadillac. The one your grandfather talked about, the one that used to rule every boulevard in America, is bringing back one of the most iconic, most legendary nameplates in the entire history of the American automobile. We are talking about the Series 62, and I don't mean as a concept car sitting behind velvet ropes at some auto show while everyone takes pictures and nothing ever comes of it. I mean a real production-bound, you can actually buy one 2026 Cadillac Series 62. So get comfortable, because we are going deep on this one today. Now, before we get into what the 2026 model looks like and what it's packing, I think it's worth taking just a moment to appreciate why this nameplate carries so much weight. The original Series 62 debuted back in the 1940s, and it quickly became the definition of American luxury. Not just luxurious in a propulsion luxury. This was the car that successful people drove. Doctors, entertainers, business owners, people who had worked hard and wanted the world to know they had arrived. It was long, it was low, it had these sweeping lines and bold proportions that made every other car on the road look ordinary by comparison. And then over the decades, as Cadillac shifted its lineup around, the Series 62 quietly disappeared. But it never really left people's minds. Car enthusiasts have been asking for it to come back for years. And in 2026, Cadillac is finally answering that call. And here's what I love most about this whole story. Cadillac didn't just slap an old name on a new car and call it a day. From everything we know about this project, they approached it with real intention, real respect for the heritage. They asked themselves what the Series 62 should look like if it had never gone away, if it had simply continued to evolve naturally across all those decades. And that question guided every single decision they made. The result is a car that feels both deeply familiar and completely fresh at the same time, which is honestly one of the hardest things to pull off in the automotive world, and Cadillac pulled it off beautifully. So let's talk exterior first, because with a car like this, that's where the conversation has to start. The 2026 Series 62 is a full-size luxury sedan. And when I say full-size, I genuinely mean it commands space on the road. The proportions are long and stretched in the most satisfying way possible, with a hood that just goes on forever, and a roofline that flows back in this elegant, fastback-inspired arc that manages to look both classic and thoroughly modern. There's nothing boxy about it, nothing awkward. Every surface is deliberate and sculpted. The greenhouse, that's the glassy upper portion of the cabin, sits low and wide, giving the whole car this planted, authoritative stance that you feel even when it's standing still. Up front, Cadillac kept their signature vertical LED lighting and bold grille structure, but everything has been stretched and refined to suit a car of this stature. It doesn't look aggressive or sporty. It looks powerful in a quiet, confident way, like a car that doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. The chrome work is precise and restrained, running along the window lines and framing the body in a way that adds elegance without going over the top. And then there's the rear. And honestly, the rear of this car might be my favorite part of the whole exterior. Those taillights are tall and vertical, standing proud at each corner. And they are absolutely a nod to the iconic fins that made those classic Series 62 models so instantly recognizable. It's a subtle reference, done with real taste, and any car person who sees it is going to immediately understand what Cadillac was going for. It's the kind of design detail that makes you feel like the people who built this car actually love cars, and that matters. Now let's get inside, because the interior of the 2026 Series 62 is where Cadillac really went all in, and I don't say that lightly. The moment you open one of those doors, and by the way, the doors close with this deep, vault-like solidity that immediately tells you this is a serious piece of machinery. You step into a cabin that feels genuinely handcrafted, full leather across every surface you can see and touch. Real wood trim along the dashboard and door panels, not the printed film that some brands try to pass off as the real thing, actual wood, with real grain and real depth to it. Brushed metal accents throughout that actually feel cold and substantial when your hand touches them. Cadillac was clearly determined to make sure that every material in this car justifies the price tag. And from what we've seen, they absolutely succeeded. The dashboard design takes inspiration from the clean, horizontal layouts of classic American luxury cars, but integrates a large, curved display that spans across the center of the cockpit, handling both the driver information cluster and the infotainment system in one seamless visual element. But here's something really important, and something I genuinely appreciate. Cadillac didn't go fully touchscreen for everything. The most frequently used controls still have physical buttons and knobs, which means you can adjust your climate, your volume, your seat heat, without having to dig through menus while you're driving. In a world where so many brands are hiding everything behind glass, that's a choice that shows real understanding of how people actually use cars day to day. The front seats are wide, supportive, and deeply comfortable, with multi-way power adjustment and massage functions standard on most trims. But honestly, the back seat is where the Series 62 really shows its personality. We're talking about genuinely throne-like rear accommodations, with an available executive package that gives rear passengers independently reclining power seats, individual climate zones, a center console with a refrigerated storage compartment, window shades, and dedicated rear infotainment screens. This is a car that Cadillac wants you to be able to be driven in as comfortably as you drive it yourself. And that philosophy is baked into every inch of that rear cabin. For a nameplate that has always been about arriving in style, that feels exactly right. On the technology side, the Series 62 comes loaded. You get a premium audio system, a full heads-up display projected onto the windshield, wireless device charging, advanced driver assistance across all trims, and Cadillac Super Cruise hands-free highway driving system standard on higher configurations. The connectivity suite is thoroughly modern. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, over-the-air software updates, and a companion app that lets you monitor and control various vehicle functions remotely. So yes, the soul of this car reaches back to the 1940s, but the brain is completely 2026. Now the powertrain situation is particularly interesting. Cadillac is offering the Series 62 in two distinct versions. The first is a naturally aspirated V8, a nod to the powerful engines that made those original models so memorable, delivering a smooth, sonorous driving experience for the traditionalists and the purists who want that mechanical connection. The second is a fully electric variant, built on Cadillac's latest EV platform, with an estimated range pushing comfortably past 300 miles and performance that is, frankly, effortless. And that's the right word for it, effortless. The instant torque delivery of an electric motor actually suits a car like this perfectly, because the Series 62 was never about being flashy or aggressive behind the wheel. It was always about being smooth, refined, and utterly in command. The electric powertrain delivers exactly that feeling, just without a single drop of fuel. Alright, let's talk about what this is all going to cost, because the Series 62 is absolutely a premium product, and Cadillac is pricing it to reflect that. Entry-level configurations are expected to start somewhere between $95,000 and $105,000, with the fully loaded electric variants and the executive rear seating packages potentially pushing past $140,000 or higher depending on options. I know some of you are already reacting to those numbers, but consider this: Mercedes S-Class, BMW 7 Series, Genesis G90. All of these cars are in similar or even higher territory, and the Series 62 is coming with a level of design intent, heritage, and craftsmanship that makes it a genuine competitor at that level. Cadillac isn't just asking for flagship money, they're delivering a flagship experience. Production is expected to kick off in late 2025, with customer deliveries rolling out through the first half of 2026. And I genuinely believe the reservation list is going to fill up quickly, because this isn't just another luxury sedan launch. This is a cultural moment for American automotive history. The Series 62 is back. It's serious, it's stunning, and it represents Cadillac making a statement to the entire luxury world that they are not here to play second fiddle to anyone. They built something worthy of the name, and that's something worth celebrating. So what do you think? Are you excited to see the Series 62 return? Would you go for the V8 or the electric? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button because it genuinely helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we are going to be following the Series 62 all the way through to launch day and beyond. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.